Hi and welcome to Tweet Street. I'm Mick Tiffany and I'm a novice lizard canary keeper and breeder. Join me on my journey as I strive to breed birds good enough for the show bench. Good afternoon again everybody, episode 38 of Tweet Street. You haven't seen me for a couple of weeks, I'm sure you've missed me. I've been to a show, the East Anglian, and what we're going to chat about in this episode is lots of things that have happened really. I had a visit from the man himself, Matt Eld, the Canary King, brought over some little things that you might be interested to see. We had a finish of our competition. Graham Davis won, I guess 13 correct sexes of the bird. Well done, and he's donated his cards to someone very worthy. The prize. The East Anglian went fantastically well, brilliant show. Thank you so much to Stan, Joe and Andy, especially Bourne, for doing the food. We all loved that. We had a great show. I've also got a list of the upcoming shows. Got another one next Sunday, so there won't be an episode for me next Sunday, but we'll be going to another show. What else have I done? I've done a remote interview for another YouTube channel that will be coming up somewhere at some point. I'll shout about that when that's a bit closer and I'll hear a bit more about that. And I've just seen on my phone, just pinged up that Mike Berlin's just got another episode out on the New South Wales on his Five Life, so have a look at that. I haven't seen it yet. Mike, I'll be down there and have a little sniff around that later with a bit of bottle of some tonic water in hand, and we'll have a little look at that. So that's what we've got in store today, guys. As ever, the weather. It's been beautiful here in England. Cold, wet, rainy. I'll tell you what, we had so much rain before Polygonum that I took a cutting of and was doing well, drowned. Sadly, but as you can see from this little clip of video, I can grow garlic, and that's all coming up well. That'll be ready for next year, but don't go too close after I've had that. So what's it been like? It's proper autumny winter now. I've been out this morning. Today's Sunday. Just been out this morning. As you can see, just went for a little walk in the park. I had to take the wife help. She's been cooped up indoors for ages, going stir crazy, so she's struggling to get out, so I've took her out for a bit of a walk. Saw some squirrels, some deer. At the minute the deer are rutting. We didn't go too far, but a bit of exercise is required. The deer are looking quite good at the minute. I seem to be really good at taking the rear ends of deer. It's not a fetish or anything, it's just I can't be bothered to walk right around the other side and get the front end sometimes. And also got these, look, some nice goldfinches feeding. This was down at locally as well. We get them a lot in the garden, which is just nice to see them just getting the last bit of the seed out, as you can see, and that was really nice. I enjoyed that. So, as I say, I had a little visit from Matt Eld about a week and a half ago now. And he brought me down some birds I'd asked for some time ago. I said, there's no rush, I can wait, and if you're passing this way, he was visiting somebody locally, I said, just give us a shout and I can take some fluffy things off you, some little feathered friends off your hands. So he brought me 2 pairs of fives to start a nice little five line for myself. I shan't do much filming this year of them. You'll see them as I scan around birds and things like that. And then as from January, we'll go through how we can try and get these breeding and start that. So I'm really looking forward to that. It means I've got to change my intro. It means I've got to do season 2. But there you go. You'll have to let me know if you're happy with that. If not, just throw things at me. And yeah, so I'm really looking forward. We only had a few minutes to talk, unfortunately, but it's nice to have him in the bird room, have a look round so you can see where his birds are going. I think it's important to know, look, where your birds are going sometimes, make sure they're being looked after. He said it'd be interesting to see how they're getting on, and obviously I'm going to be really interested in seeing what I could breed from them. So I've got a mother and daughter, and their 2 men friends come with them, and we'll see what we get from then. So thank you very much, Matt. Really appreciate that in the start, and to Mike Berlin, who orchestrated all this from some time ago. So now I'm a proper member of the New South Wales 5 Canary Club with some 5 canaries, and you'll hear a lot more about those in the new year. Righty ho, moving on to the East Anglian Lizard Canary Association show that I went to last Sunday. Absolutely brilliant show. My birds have been 4 times, I've been 3. It's organised by Stan, Andy and Joe Coakley. It's at Emneth. It's a fantastic show. What I've actually done is I've done a separate episode just in more detail of all the different sections and everything else, and there'll be another video just solely for the East Anglian show. So what I should do now is I'll just run through how my birds got on, as this is sort of my sort of show kind of thing, and then the winners and of the relative the big boys, and then I should do another separate episode with just for the East Anglian, because it's a cracking show. There are some great judges from Belgium. We had Bart Dekkers and Gert Rowland over to do the judging. There was over 200 birds that are benched. So there's 16 colour-fed sections for the champions, 16 colour-fed sections for the novices. You've got 10 natural lizard canary sections and 8 blue lizard sections. So a lot of sections, a lot of birds, a lot of bits to get through. Like I say, it's a fantastic setup, great venue, lovely atmosphere, brilliant to talk to everybody that was there. It certainly feels for me like home. It's the only lizard canary show I've actually been to as yet. I shall go to another one next week, which will be a different one, be a different setup, so it'll be interesting to see. But everybody here said how well it was organised and run, and so it was really nice. But like I say, I should do another specific episode just for the East Anglian, so that can stay as on its own account. Andy Beasley's done one already, so I'll put a link to his at the end of this episode, so you can go over and have a look at that if you wish. That's all. The more the merrier. The more airtime we get for lizard canaries, the better, because more people will hopefully pick it up, and that's what we want to do. We want to extend the hobby and expand it. So what I should do in a moment, I'll just talk about how my birds got on first of all. I'll put 10 in, and this is how they got on. Right, so first up was my clear cap silver hen. It come 4th of 6th. Not the best, unfortunately. I was hoping for a bit better. Next up, I had a broken cap silver cockbird. That came 1st of 3, so obviously I was happy with that. That was a much better result. Then I had a clear cap silver hen come 3rd of 3. Disappointing. It was, oddly enough, the sister of the brother from the one that come 4th earlier on, the first one. So okay, that's probably not my best line. Both had the same ring colour, so I should keep an eye on that ring colour. Then I had a broken cap gold hen. This was I had high hopes for her anyway. She come 1st of 4, and that was bred off a couple of birds that I got off of Andy Beasley last year, so I was really wanting that to do well anyway. It did. Then I got a broken cap silver hen bird, and she come 1st of 5. I was really happy with that, because if you're beating 4 of the birds, obviously something's going well. So she's a keeper. And obviously I'm using these events to see which birds I want to keep for the following year and which ones I probably won't. You can't keep all of them. So this one is a non-cap silver cockbird. Come 1st. It was the only one in its class, but it's a really nice looking bird, I think. Anyway, please let me know if any of you guys are judges out there. Like I say, it come 1st. It was the only one in it, but I like that one anyway. Let me know what you think. Next up, this one comes 2nd of 4. It's a non-cap silver hen. Quite like that one. Done quite well. Next up, this was 2nd of 8. It's a natural gold cockbird. That's not too bad. I think the one that beat it was Joe Coakley's one that comes, I think, 2nd best in the show for the natural, so that wasn't so bad. Then we've got another natural gold cockbird, that come 5th of 8, not so well obviously, so it was interesting to see the two, so that's something else I've learnt from there for them too, which one's the better birds. Next one, natural broken cap silver hen, this one comes 3rd of 4, not the best, and that was my birds. They all come reasonably okay, or most of them come reasonably okay. I got 4 firsts out of it, out of the 10 birds, so I was happy with that, and they were the birds I really liked the most, so for me that was quite an important learning curve. Okay, so moving on, let's see how the big boys got on with all these lovely trophies. Look, table full of the things. It was, like I say, it's really nicely laid out event. It's a good social event. Judge got some lovely gifts too. I think everybody enjoyed it. We had lovely food from Bourne, who's a cracking cook. And there's some good gifts. In fact, I even got some on the raffle. That don't normally happen, I can tell you. So I had a couple of bags of seed come my way. I could have done with a few more than big posh rosettes, so I've got to work on that. Now, what you're looking at it here, poor old Bob Snedden couldn't make it, but his birds did. I took them for him. Look, and 4 in the naturals got first. If I'd have known that, I'd have left him in the boot of the car. Anyway, well done, Bob. So, best junior, Toby Ashpole. And Toby also received those cards as the competition went, donated by Graham. So I gave him them on the way in. Nice to see him doing really well. Young Toby. He's got some great birds. Does well at the shows. We need the young ones to come through. And that's just what he's doing. So the rest of the birds you're going to see now won some of the other prizes. The one you're looking at there is Steve Shatcliffe's bird, Best New Novice Silver. It's either Georgia or Georgina Owen. I'm sorry, I'm not sure. Your name was spelled a couple of different ways in the magazine. But you got Best New Novice Gold, so you won't mind if I misspell your name, will you? Just let me know and we'll correct it. On the naturals, Joe Coakley's bird won Best in Show, lovely bird. The blues, Kevin Skinner, done it really well again. I think this is a different bird, if I remember, from what won at Stafford a couple of weeks previous. So well done, Kevin, fantastic. I'm not got any of the blues myself, but they do look nice. And now it gets interesting. Nick Rayson, Best Novice, and 5th best lizard in show. Nick beat me at Stafford. I'll be keeping my eyes on him, bugger. So very well done, mate. And then we went on to the big boys. The 4th best in show, Danny Higgins with this bird, and he got 3rd best in show as well, which I thought was great. But then his dad steps up and tells him how to do it properly. He gets 2nd best as dad. Nice one, Nigel. Lovely bird. And also gets Best Lizard Canary in show. Both goals. Lovely, lovely birds. It made him, Danny, sit in the back of the car on the way home, I should imagine. But Dad's done really well there. Well done. Fantastic bird quality throughout. And when I did walk along the birds at the end, the winner just sat there. He knew he'd won. He's sitting there quite proud. So well done, everybody, and to the winners. And like I say, I'm doing a standalone episode just for the East Anglia. We'll go into a bit more detail of the different sections, and I've got photos of pretty much all the birds, so you can just have a little look, and then next year we can compare before we go, see what we're up against. So right, well done all. Right, let's have a nosy. This bird's having a nosy look, and we're going to have a nosy at the lizard shows remaining for the this calendar year, and then that'll be the end of the episode almost. I'll do a quick rundown after this, so just have a little look at what's coming up. Sunday the 3rd of November, that's the LCA Classic. The judges there, Hugh Evans and David Allen. That's Road in Northamptonshire. Then there's Sunday the 17th of November, that's the Scottish Lizard Canary Association. The judge there is Joe Coakley. That's in Grangemouth in Scotland. Number 6 is a Saturday. That's the 30th of November. That's a Southern Lizard Canary Club. Hopefully should be doing that one. The judge there is David Allen, and that's in Wendover. And the last one I've got here listed at the present time, number 7, is Sunday the 1st of December. That's the Midland Lizard Canary Association. And the judge there is Andy Williamson, and that's at the Greasley Sports and Community Centre. And that's what we've got listed at the moment. Right, it's been some ages since I've done this. We'll have a quick rundown of the birds in the aviary. Obviously, we've got the new boys and girls on the block. Get a bit of exercise in their cages, and they're doing very well, looking pretty fit and healthy. Then, obviously, I'll split all the birds up ready for the shows. So these are in certain cages, depending on their type. So that's the hen bird that's done really well for me. I really like that bird, and I should be using her next year. That one just going through the molt still. Not the best, but it's going through the molt. These three are doing really nicely. They're looking quite good. Like I say, they're all the same types, so I can just compare the 3 different sorts of the birds. Same as these. These are just broken cap hens. And I can just have a look and see which one I think is best, and they're the ones I'll be taking to the shows. And if they do well, I might take another one to the following show and see if the other ones do well as well. And then from them I can select which ones I decide to keep for next year. I like this bird, the silver cock bird. That done quite well, got first. That was the one that was only one in its class, but I like the bird itself. Another gold, he's not been done too well, but he's a nice looking bird to colour well. These 3 are doing quite well. I've just hung them little rosettes on the front so I know which one of them done well. And but of them 3 you've just seen, a couple of them I can't use. I think they're the better birds, to be honest, but I can't use them because the tail feathers didn't come through very well after the molt. I might well keep them for breeding for next year. And these are the yellow ring ones. They didn't do that well. I thought they looked quite nice birds, but the judges weren't in agreement. They just had a bit of KO, as you can see. So an almost non-cap silver hen. She's quite a nice girl. And then these are the over years, just finishing off their molt. They're 2 cock birds. These 2 that Bob asked me to look after, I think they're going to be rehomed tomorrow. They're going. I did try and send them off to some old people's homes, and I haven't got anything back yet from them, so they're moving on. These are some of the older cock birds over years, so I say some of them will be keeping, some I won't. These are this year's cock birds that are not colour fed. They're the 2 that I've been taking to the shows. Obviously one does better than the other, it will be kept. The other one unfortunately will be rehomed. Some more in there, some silver cocks. There's 2 silver cocks in there. The other one's just a young one coming through still, one of the younger birds, same as these. They're quite nice. So it's all the young cock birds. And then at the top we've got all the over year hens, and they're just getting a bit of exercise, a bit of fitness. Not letting them outside at the minute while the weather's dreadful. I'm just keeping them in, and they'll be rehomed into different cages after the show season's done. I should decide which ones are going to make room, and then we'll set them all down ready for next year, and we'll get ready for that. So I'm really looking forward to it. So there you go. That's been quite a busy week. I say next week I'm at a show, so there'll be no episode next week. But during the week I will get that episode out for the East Anglian, a bit more in depth hopefully. So that's what you've got. So please, if you've enjoyed, subscribe, like, share, shout from the rooftops, do somersaults and cartwheels. That'd be fantastic. It's just about promoting canaries, and especially for me at the moment, lizard canaries. And we'll see how we get on. So take care everybody, and we'll see you very soon. Bye bye.